I am out in the cemetery again, and right here I have my laptop on my lap. I'm gonna answer some questions, some very deep questions. No pun intended, since we're in a cemetery. It was raining not too long ago, and the weather's clearing up. It just feels good to be out in nature, with life and death. Alright, first question. What do you do to impress others deliberately? I can act very normal. I can be very smooth on purpose, socially. I can just totally flow when I want to. But it's just really an act, though, What will you never do? I would never kill someone on purpose if it's not in self-defense of myself or someone else. Just anyone that doesn't deserve to die, I would never kill. What's an uncommon belief you hold? I believe certain people should die. But it's actually not an uncommon belief about this, just a lot of people won't say it. What does your joy look like today? Staying active, mentally, physically, getting things done, riding my bike, and talking to people, I guess. They say would be good for my mental health. Would you rather have less work or more work that you enjoy doing? I would say doing more work that I would enjoy doing. I like being on my own terms, building my own stuff. That's why I'm self-employed. You can do that. What is important enough to go to war over? Fighting extremism and Sharia law, especially how it relates to violence against women and oppressing their should-be natural-born rights. But in so many countries, it's not like this. And these countries can do what they want, but if they ever come to our countries and wanted to impose such a system on our cultures, then it wouldn't be good. I hope I never see the day. What does the American dream mean to you? The American dream to me means moving to Great Britain. No, it's actually, the American dream to me means just having s'mores at a campfire. That's the American dream. If you could instill one piece of advice in a newborn baby's mind, what advice would you give? Don't trust anyone. I have ants on me. Oh, that's okay. I'm just not into incest. Alright. Are you more worried about doing things right or doing the right thing? Well, I'm not worried. What do you do over and over again that you hate doing? First of all, there are lots of things I do over and over again that I love doing. But as far as what I hate doing, it's probably reading comments about people asking about the blind guy video on the Anxiety War channel. I hate reading that. It's just, I read it all the time. It gets old. What do you understand today about your life that you did not understand a year ago? I'm now capable of feeling emotions. Now let's see, 25-year-old me as opposed to 24-year-old me. Today I'm more mature. I am more accepting of myself for who I am. Coming to terms with my identity of being a serial eater. I just really do like the act of eating cereal and eating, drinking milk. Some people have problems with. What a beautiful cardinal. Oh, the male cardinals are the most attractive. Yeah. It's just most of my friends aren't cereal eaters, so I'm a little different in that regard, but they don't have to accept me for who I am because I'm okay with it. Alright, Cardinal, you can shut up now. What makes you uncomfortable? Probably when I'm trying to film an ASMR video and the birds are being very loud. No, I'd rather hear birds than human activity. I get repulsed at the slightest sounds of human activity. So I like hearing nature for a change. And no, I don't include human activity as nature. It's an abomination to nature. What makes me most uncomfortable? I would say when people I don't know, when they send me screenshots of myself from my videos, they send me this, whether in email or DMs, and they edit it their own way, and they put hearts and stuff sometimes over it, and it just makes me feel very uncomfortable, almost like, I almost feel objectified, almost. It's so hard to explain, and I don't really understand it, why I feel this way, but it's just really creepy to me. I don't know, it doesn't make me feel human. It's just kind of weird, like a meme or something. And also another thing that makes me feel uncomfortable is when girls comment on my videos when they say things like, oh wow, it would turn me on if you were to kill me. I don't know if they're joking or not, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. No, actually, I'd be very comfortable with that, so just don't ask for it. No, just joking, I'm not a killer. What will you never give up on? The people I love, and it's very few. Everyone else, don't really care about. When you look into the past, what do you miss the most? My dogs, people who have died that I've cared about. Some people that have died I don't care about. Arcades. I miss arcades of the 90s. But now it's just a different era now. We don't have arcades. And Blockbuster, I do miss Blockbuster. Renting movies, VHSs. Yeah, I'm going to return some tapes. Also, I miss the idea of getting away with crime. When you're young, you could get away with stuff. And just the thought of it, just the thought of now as an adult, there'd be no leniency. So, do you find your work challenging and interesting? Challenging sometimes. There's a lot of new things to learn. And as far as interesting goes, it's interesting to me, but everyone else would probably put them to sleep. Computer programming. What kind of goals do you have for the next year? I usually keep my goals personal. They're mine, When have you given up on someone? I don't remember when exactly. Where do you find purpose in your life? Work, and being there for people I love, people I really care about. Which is not a lot. I'm just being honest. Everyone has different levels of care. I care more about certain people than I do others, Just different levels. I mean, we care about everyone, right? We as humans, we care about people. But we care about more of these humans than others. At least I do, Everyone does, come on. If you won the lottery, would you keep working in your current profession? Of course. Otherwise, I'd feel lazy and there'd be no purpose. I'd feel like a loser, even if I had a ton of money to where I wouldn't have to work again. I'd feel like a loser. It doesn't matter if I had millions of dollars or whatever, I can't imagine doing nothing all day. Who do you consider as family? That's kind of personal. Not a lot of people. And, really, I don't have a family yet. What is your best friend like? Just like me. How much time do you spend with your family? Well, my parents and my brother, I see them at least once a week. Distant family, I really don't go to family reunions anymore. Do you think you could live in another country? I think I couldn't survive in any country other than the United States of America. No, I'm joking. Definitely. Which world culture is the most fascinating to you? Antarctica. Do you believe the way we dress affects how we think? Yeah, definitely. Because when I'm naked, no. Are people betta at creating things or destroying things? Destroying things, I think people are betta at. Why do people do things which they know are bad? That's a really good question. I have no idea. I don't chop up bodies. Do you think the future will be brighter or darker than today? I'm not really sure. I don't know how the sun will change over time. What will be most important to you in 10 years? Family. Will the next generation be in a better or worse position than ours? Betta. If you could choose to be any animal, what would it be? I would like to be a fish because I like the water and fish don't have any feelings. No, actually, I would like to be a wolf because I like the taste of blood. Is it better to have loved and lost than to have never have loved before? I'm not sure. Have you ever lost something important to you? Yeah, when someone took my wallet, there was a handwritten note in there from a woman that was very important to me, very sentimental. And honestly, it makes me want to kill the person. Whoever took my wallet, it makes me want to kill them so hard. It just bites. And it makes me mad. What does it really mean to love someone? I think that's too personal for me to answer. And I don't want anyone reverse engineering my perception of love. What makes you smile in the morning? That's also a little too personal. Not little, though. Oh, these cicadas are so annoying. Apologies for that. At least in nature, we have this thing called the cicada killer wasp. And what they do is they dig these holes, they dig these tunnels, and they have their young down there. And they kill the cicadas, and they sting them over and over again. And they drag the bodies of the cicadas down to their young, and they feed off of them. That's right, cicadas, you shut up, try to film an ASMR video. Does your job bring you happiness? Considering I can work in my underwear or be completely naked while working, as a man who is self-employed, yeah, it brings me a lot of happiness. Are you happy with your current experience of life? Yes. What do you do to make other people happy? I give them drugs. Just joking, but a lot of people do that to make others happy. I'm hearing people laughing in the background. And it just reminds me of my contempt for humans. All right. Where would you like to be living in 5 years' time? I just want to be living. How often would you like to be traveling? A lot. What's an irrational fear that you have? I fear my own shadow because it follows me. No, my fears aren't irrational. How do you deal with things that scare you? I scare them. Which is more important, fear or hope? Hope. Hope will trump fear. Do you view others as supporting characters in your story? That cicada's gonna die. Do you view others as supporting characters in your story, or main characters in their story? Main characters in their story. Everyone is a protagonist in their own story. Everyone's story, everyone has a different life. What actions would you take to earn a loved one's trust back after you've broken it? It's against my character, it would never happen. I think once trust is broken, just forget it. Just forget it. That should be it. Leave those people to rot. Security or freedom? Freedom, I'm an American. We love our freedom. Security, we have issues with that. What or who would you sacrifice your life for? Allah. What is the most important thing a person can do to improve themselves? Sleep naked. What event has had the biggest impact on who you are? Wow. I really don't know. Do you think human morality is learned or innate? Both. I think the innateness comes from evolution. What is the most crucial thing for a healthy relationship? Communication, trust, and canoodling. There has to be some physical intimacy. It just gets the oxytocin flowing, the hormones going. I like that. What lie do you most often tell yourself? Probably I tell myself that everything will be okay. No, I'm just kidding. Why is it so hard for people to make real connections when almost everyone wants to make real connections? I think everyone wants to make real connections with people they really care about. You don't want to make real connections with just anyone. I think that's why. It's just how I feel. Yeah, yes, I do feel. I do. Feel my face. I hear a train. I see tombstones. And I can taste the blood I'm going to have tonight. No, I'm just joking. All of my senses are good, yes. What is the most common roadblock that stops people from achieving their dreams? Fear. What keeps you up at night? A bed frame. Why does society place such a high value on beauty when it serves no functional purpose? There's a flaw in the question. I refuse to answer the question. Beauty is everything in life. We're not talking on just a physical level. We're talking about what's inside of you. Right. I've met some people that are the most physically beautiful people ever. But after learning who they are, they meant nothing to me. They became the ugliest people to me. And I don't need to say anymore.